Am I the a hole if my mom refused to help me take care of my baby while I go back to work? I, 29 female, asked my mom to help me take care of my newborn so I can go back to work once my leave is up. Mind you, my mother is 64 and has been a homemaker slash stay at home mom since 1992. It hasn't been part of the workforce since then. She refused, saying she's too old and that she's already raised her kids. She also added that if I really wanted this baby, then maybe I should have thought about staying home like she did and take care of it while my partner goes to work and provides for us like a traditional family. And that if she and my dad were able to work it out, so can we. However, we are just coming out of the pandemic, going to a possible recession. There is no way me and my partner can make it financially on one income. I make $55,000 a year, but have $30,000 in student loans, plus $20,000 in other debt, credit cards, car loan, medical debt, and credit. My partner makes about $36,000 a year and has $5,000 in credit card debt. As the higher breadwinner, have an eternal obligation to go back to work since not only am I have the most at stake, I also make the most to keep our family afloat. We are currently in a small one-bedroom apartment in a metropolitan area and need to save money to move into a two-bedroom once the baby grows up in a couple of years, as we need more space. When I explained all of the above to my mom, she then proceeded to say that she would charge me $20 an hour for each hour she takes care of the baby, plus late fees or if we are late for pickup, and must provide her with a car seat, stroller, bottles, pretty much double everything we have at our home to compensate for taking the baby to her house. She would not step foot in my house for her own personal reasons. She's come in once, and I've lived with my partner for 5 years, and she's a 15-minute drive away. I want to save money to bring our debt down and don't want to pay her as much nor invest as much in double of everything, as it would spiral into more debt for me and my partner. I'm on the fence about enrolling my baby into an infant daycare instead, as the cost will be overall lower and a little closer to our home. Due to our jobs, we cannot work from home, so we are in desperate need of childcare. Everyone else in our family works full time, so they cannot help us, as they have similar 9 to 5 schedules. So, am I the a-hole for one of my mom, who again is at home all day long? Trust me, she does not do anything besides watch TV and cook meals to take care of my baby for free while we and my partner try to get out of debt and fix our finances. You the a-hole. Sorry to be blunt and rude, but maybe don't have a child if you can't afford to take care of them. And if your plan was to always go back to work, you should have discussed that during the pregnancy with your mom. I agree. You the a-hole, AP. Your mom is 64 years old. It doesn't matter how she spends her free time. She doesn't want to be tied down with babysitting anymore. I'm sure she put her prices up so high, you just put your baby in daycare, like you should be doing. She's finished with her responsibility now. Let her enjoy her golden years. You the a-hole. Your mother is under no obligation to babysit for you. Why are you having a child you don't seem to know what to do with? And why have you not worked all this out before? I get the impression OP has burned bridges with her mom in the past, and mom has learned her lesson. The entitlement is my hangup. For whoever is watching your kid, you should provide the necessities, car seat, stroller, etc. And the post reads like this is an outlandish request. Maybe don't buy a second stroller, and that's something you could easily pass back and forth at pickups and drop-offs, but certainly provide a car seat, bottles, and whatever else is on the list. OP seems to not understand the world cannot cater to her just because she demands it. No one owes you anything. Am I the a-hole for not watching my friends' kids for free anymore? In March, I, 20 female, decided I wanted to move out of my dad's house. I started hanging out with my friend 25F. Let's call her Jane. I've known for 5 years. She asked me if I would be down to babysit her 3 kids for a few days a week. I said yes, and it went well. She then asked me if I wanted to move in with her and be a live-in nanny. I'd live there rent-free and watch the kids for $250 a week, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, extra hours equals extra pay. I said yes and moved in soon after. For a few weeks, everything were great. Until her and her boyfriend broke up and he decided to move out. When this happened, Jane told me she wouldn't be able to pay me as much. I was okay with that because I'm 20 and don't have many bills. She started paying me around $150 a week, and then $50 a week, then literally nothing at all. Now, I may not have many bills to pay, but I do owe my dad $5,000. Long story short, I was out of work for a while due to an injury. I told him when I moved out I'd give him $50 a week, but I stopped getting paid, so did he. He asked me why, and I eventually told him I wasn't getting paid, and he told me I needed to leave. I didn't want to leave Jane with no one to watch her kids, so I stayed for over 2 months while not getting paid at all. The only payment I got was $70 for my phone bill and to get my bank account zeroed out, which she made me feel bad for asking for. The last straw was her telling me she was buying a vape for her ex every week and fast food for them both every day. They work together. When she told me that, I said, well, that sucks because I haven't been paid for watching your kids in weeks. Her response? Yeah, I know. I have PTSD and her toddlers are screaming all the time. Though I thought I could handle it, I cannot. Not their fault at all. I told my mom what was going on and she offered me a room at her house. I said yes. And 2 days ago, I told my friend that I will be out by this coming weekend. She didn't even seem surprised. All she said was, now I can rent your room out. Cut to today, when I was at my mom's house, she posted on Snapchat that she was having a hard day. I asked her what was wrong and she said, I'm stressing out about finding someone to watch the kids. I said, I'm sorry, I'm still watching them this week for you though. A few hours later, I went to my dad's house and he told me the only day off he has this week is Wednesday. I can't drive, so I need his help to move. I also started a new job on the other side of town. I'm going to be moving to next week, so I can't just wait to move. I texted Jane and told her all this, and she said, girl, that's gonna leave me F. I said, I'm really sorry, but I have to move Wednesday. Now she's being really short and kind of rude to me. I feel like an a-hole because I originally told her I'd stay the whole week, but both of my parents said they're proud of me for standing up for myself and leaving. I just need to know if I'm the a-hole here. Not the a-hole. She doesn't seem to realize that you were totally effed by her not paying you and how much childcare costs you saved. You have totally been the a-hole to yourself for getting walked over by this friend. That said, NTA, but please stop letting yourself get it taken advantage of. Not the a-hole. Your friend was relying on emotional guilt to continue to use you. That isn't a friendship. That's taking advantage of someone and knowing they'll take it. She isn't a friend to you, and you don't deserve to be used. Good job on getting out. Just move forward and set boundaries with her going forward if you still want her in your life. I wouldn't. Because I guarantee you, the can you just watch them this one time for an hour is coming soon. Don't offer to ever help her again. She used you and put you in a worse spot than you were before. This isn't a friend. Her lack of stability for her family isn't your problem. The ex can watch the kids if she feels the need to still bankroll his life. You're young, but let this be a big life lesson. Leeches aren't friends. Sue her in small claims court. Don't let her get away with this.